You're sitting out there and you're wondering to yourself, should I get an Airbnb? Should I do this arbitrage stuff? I see people running up the bag with it and stuff like that. The answer is hell no. Hell no. Airbnb, let me explain. Look, this your dog. You know I've been in the game, been running businesses, doing this and doing that for years. Flips, Airbnbs, brokerage, all of that. Been there, done that over a decade. Let me explain to you why Airbnb is a horrific choice for an investor. If you got a property, or if you're thinking about doing arbitrage on a property, let me tell you why it's not a great idea to fuck with Airbnb. Number one, Airbnb is a guest first platform. They are solely concerned with the pleasure of the guests. They do not care about the profits for the host. I'm telling you, they don't care about the host. They care about the guests. Their entire framework is built on this principle. Make sure the guest is happy at all cost. All costs. I had a guest throw an unauthorized party in my unit. Y'all look at this video right here, man. This was a 2-person reservation. Now keep in mind, it's a 2-person reservation, man. Look at this motherfucking video, man. Look at all these niggas running in and out my shit like a robbery. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised they ain't grabbing TV off the wall in this motherfucker, man. I had to call the police, all type of stuff, clear evidence, broken items. My cleaner's looking crazy as hell the next day. I submitted everything, photos, timestamps, all of this type of stuff, police report. Do you know what Airbnb did in the aftermath of that? Airbnb unlisted my goddamn listing. They took my shit down. Didn't give me no money, didn't reimburse me. They took mine down. You want to know what they said? Oh, the guest said that there was an unauthorized camera on site. An unauthorized camera? What the fuck are you talking about? They were talking about a camera that was on the back of the building that I was able to catch niggas running around the building with and all of that right there. Our Airbnb literally took the guest side and look, they didn't cover it. And not only did it take them weeks and weeks to respond, again, I had to eat the damages. They didn't cover it, you know? And that brings me to the second point. Their protection, their air cover is paper thin. Like you'll hear them brag about, we've got this $1 million host guarantee. But what they don't tell you is that like how the hoops that you have to jump through and the rigmarole that you have to go through in order to be able to get reimbursed by Airbnb. Let me tell you, it's slow. It's tedious. And most of all, what's so wicked about it is it's full of loopholes. It's full of all type of little silly ass holes and silly ass games that they play in the middle. What do I mean by this? They're going to ask you for, they're going to proof you down. Meaning that they want the original receipt. Oh, they want if you don't have the original receipt, I want something comparable to it. Oh, let me get the before picture before the guest checked in. Let me get the after picture. Oh, remember that the guest can still turn and battle you while you're asking for reimbursement. They can lie. They can manipulate. They can party. They can do whatever they want to do. They literally want everything down to the serial number on the goddamn spatula. You know what I mean? And their natural response towards us as the host is, well, it's your refund. Make it right for the guest. But when the guest damages your shit, when the guest throws a party in your joint, when they light the weed up and smoke that bitch out, Airbnb, let me tell you something. As the host with Airbnb, friend, you have the burden of proof. You do not get the benefit of the doubt. That's what makes Airbnb a fucked up platform. You have the burden of proof. You do not get the benefit of the doubt. So that's another thing. And I'm going to tell you, you know, something else about Airbnb that makes it really not the best platform to rock with. The money looks better than it is. It looked like it looked like the jug. It looked like you getting ready to come up in the game and add a couple of dollar signs to your name. Because you're thinking to yourself, per diem, per day, I should be making more money off of this Airbnb platform than I am with a long-term rental. Oh, when you do the math and you prorate the rent down and you look, you say, damn, I'm making about $60-some a day, you know, dealing with this long-term rental. But if I was doing it on Airbnb shit, I could be making $95 or $120 a night, plus the cleaning fee and all this type of stuff. But what you oftentimes, what people neglect to realize is that the restocking, the supplies eat you up. It eats you up and it eats you down. The broken blinds, the ruined towels, the missing remotes, the emotional stress of running a 24-hour hotel, because that's what it is. They hit you at 1 a.m. Oh, the air. Oh, I don't know how to work the door. I'm confused. I'm drunk. Oh my God. And Don't get me started on the cleaners. Don't get me started on the cleaners, because a lot of times, Shorty and them ain't even gonna show. Shorty and them ain't gonna show. I can't tell you the number of times that I've been in there on my hands and knees like Molly the maid or like Susie scrub something. And I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm near the last child alone in this world alone. You feel me? I'm in the cleaning, bro. I'm in the cleaning. So, and then we're not even talking about when the cleaners don't do something right, and then you got to refund the guests. When you add in repairs that Airbnb barely covers or that they drag their feet to cover, when you add in the cleaners that barely clean or clean something wrong, and then you got to refund the guests, because that's a part of the business too, because sometimes people genuinely make mistakes. When you add in the restocking, because guests are greedy and they just, gobble up everything in the unit that's in sight. Whatever you leave, they gonna gobble it up. I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And when you add in the broken blinds and the dirty towels and the damaged or the soiled sheets and all of these, the broken glasses that they hide, the lamps that the guests break and put back together real smooth, and then the cleaner who doesn't check it thorough enough, and then 2 stays later you realize that the lamp was broken and you can't pinpoint who did it. All of that is what makes the business very difficult to deal with. And then you add in what I think is probably the most difficult part of it. It's just the emotional stress of being on call all the damn time. By the time you subtract your time, by the time you subtract all of the real hard cost of running it, the utilities, all of that, and your piece, that profit, bro, it's damn near gone. And I'm gonna be real with you on another level. Airbnb will delist the fuck out of you. Like, you can work hard. I worked super hard to become a super host. You can have 35-star reviews. You get one guest in there with the bullshit. One guest that lies. I'm gonna tell you a story in another video about how I had a guest lie and say the door wasn't working and send a video of the door ajar and not closing, and she got the motherfucking door ajar, and Airbnb told me you have 1 hour to prove that this door works, or else we're going to refund this guest completely. Straight up. Don't wait up. It's a terrible, terrible business to be in, I'm telling you. And so, again, and when they delist you again, there's no recourse. You're just at the mercy of their random, no appeal timeline that they have. So in closing, I think, if you're thinking about jumping into Airbnb, you're thinking about becoming a host, you're thinking about doing arbitrage, you're thinking about using the property that you have already that you can put out there. Bro, listen, check the hype, dog. Check the hype, count the cost. Like, really look at this. Really look at it. It's not passive. It's not protected. Unless you got serious systems in place, it's probably not going to be profitable. It ain't going to be a long-term thing that you're going to be able to do it. But I ain't bitter. I'm still going to make money. I'm still getting money off of the building to this day. But I'm just real. I'm just honest. I just feel like there are better ways to make money with real estate. This is my opinion, friend.